Rhysand's doing like tricks on it, and Tamlin's like, "Oh no, not here!" And he like throws him up into the willow, and he flies away. Welcome back to Under the Mountain, an ACOTAR podcast. I'm your host, Frank.
And I'm Lauren.
And today we'll be covering chapters 23 and 24 of A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas.
Well, another attempt at a 2-chapter-er. Let's hope it goes well.
Tamlin's going to be pissed.
Yeah, I hope he's not biting any necks. I hope that
hope he's not?
Well,
that wasn't your attitude last time.
Chapters 23 and 24.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a ton happens.
Not really.
Especially chapter 23 was pretty...
You know, it was like a power-up chapter, you know?
She gained some powers.
She downloaded a new gift.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we like that.
That's fun. How'd you feel? How much did you like them?
I'm happy to be moving. That's really it.
Because of the severed head.
Well, severed head was something. We're getting like... The world's filling out,
right,
you know?
Right,
like,
right. How could I forget?
The population boomed in the Spring Court overnight, it seems.
Yeah, it does seem that way. Yeah, so, right, we have to talk about a big surprise happened. Oh my god. We didn't know, but the Spring Court actually has a lot of members.
I feel really stupid for thinking it was barren and empty. Just like our main character.
Right. So how did you feel about this reveal?
Here's the thing, right? I could have liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, if I was on my own, I think I should like it.
Okay.
Because I'm like, oh, the magic in this world is going to be layered. And it's going to keep unfurling. And we're going to keep finding cool stuff. I know that it's not going to feel that way.
It's like yes and no.
Yeah. It's
like yes, sort of.
Okay.
I just think it's like a tone that we probably don't enjoy as much. Like, I think we want... And I see people talking about this a lot. People who really like the first book are very attached to similar aesthetics and tastes as us, where it's like
interesting,
a little mythological, fairy tale, primal, of the earth. And while we do expand a lot in terms of like information and people and doing things and like lore and magic, it starts to take on this like almost urban fantasy.
That's weird.
Like, I don't know. That's not the right description, but it, like, loses a lot of that, like, mystical quality. So I think for a lot of people like that, and they were happy with more lore, and they even, like, maybe prefer that tone. But I think for those of us who are kind of, like, wanting to, like, wear our little flower crowns in the spring court and roll around in the grasses and see some fairies, like, is gone.
So I got this book.
Yeah.
And then we're...
pivoting hard.
Well, we're going to Night Court. Night Court's not going to be like the night version of that. It's just going to be like downtown LA. Like, what are we doing?
It's a lot of downtown LA.
What the fuck? Are there any drug addicts in this book? And I'm not talking alcohol. Is there any like fairy drugs?
I don't remember that being a thing.
Okay, I'm curious.
You want to see drug addicts?
I just want to see.
And you know what? You know who dealt with drug addicts? Ursula K. Le Guin.
She did.
She dealt with magical drug addicts.
She did deal with magical drug addicts.
I think that they should be addicted to the Starlight Pool cum water.
At least 2 high fae are.
So, anyway, so I remember feeling about the big reveal. I was a little happy. Like, I was certainly like, oh, good. That's great. Yeah. I think for my reading experience, I don't remember it feeling like it paid off that much. Like, I don't remember feeling like, oh, good, now that it occurred. Yeah. My complaints are ending. Like, I feel like it still gives, oh, great, Tamlin and Lucien are in the dining room anyway.
That sucks.
Right, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, like, just too much of this first portion is, like, lodged in my head. But I don't remember it feeling like, oh, my God, the cast has expanded so much. There's a lot of things that just feel like kind of unfulfilling, just the way they're done. Like, I like the ideas of them, but I don't find
the execution's not landing for you.
Execution just falls a little flat. We left off last time after Feyre and Tamlin in the painting room. She tried to hide her paintings from him. Right, they're here. So you can admire them forever now. Yes. We left off with them having a little heart-to-heart. Tamlin wanted her depressing painting of the woods. So we open up. Kind of maybe interesting imagery, because we left off with him being like, I love this painting of your cold, desolate, snowy woods. like your heart.
Your
and then
heart is my heart.
Open up with them in a beautiful, warm, green woods. Yeah. So that, right? It's like he's bringing her
into the sunlight.
Yeah, away from what that painting at her core, what her core has been. He's bringing her somewhere beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? She's thinking about painting it.
Of course she is. Of course she is.
Right away.
And they're having a lovely little layabout in the sunny woods.
Yeah.
She calls it his enchanted forest. And Tamlin's napping beside her. I had to literally make us stop talking about this because we both paused independent of one another on the exact same line. And Frank was like, what did this mean? And I was like, I know. I literally just paused and reread it 3 times to figure it out. So he's napping. She's sitting there. She looks at him. And it says, the delicate arch of his pointed ears made me pause.
Like, what are we... All right, so we got big pointy ears, right?
Yeah.
And they're out. And then, where's the arch?
In a moment, the conversation they will have is about him listening to something.
Yes.
So I'm like, was it just that she made Feyre just happen to go, I'm interested in his ears right now because he's listening to something and it...
Because of that, I'm assuming...
Are his ears moving?
I'm assuming they're moving like a big cat's, almost like it's perceiving some sort of sound.
If that's been happening, I wish we had been describing them far stranger then.
Yeah.
Because I've just been picturing hot bros with sort of big pointy ears that are not moving. I'm like, or is it some indication? Because we've kind of had a couple so far that Feyre sort of picks up on magic happening. He smiles at her and opens his eyes. And he says, the willow singing always puts me to sleep.
And then Feyre says, the what of the what?
The what of the what?
Yeah.
I hate...
Like a Marvel movie.
I'm trying to...
The what of the what?
It sounds stupid. It does sound like Marvel mumbo jumbo. It also, I'm sorry, I'm going to be the most pedantic motherfucker on the planet right now. It doesn't even make sense in a variety of ways. First of all,
the what of the what?
She already mentioned that there is a big willow tree in this glen with them.
Yeah.
So the first what, because the what of the what really means the willow is singing. So the first what is the willow. Why are you saying the what? You know the willow tree. You just talked about it. You're looking at it. So what do you mean what? What? It's the willow tree. And then I'm annoyed because, listen, I get it. In a moment, we're going to learn, oh my God, it's literally singing, like in a song that you can't hear. But you could say that to me right now if we're at the Arboretum. It's a nice willow tree there.
Yep.
And if the wind's blowing and you're like, I love to hear the willow tree singing, I would just assume you mean like the sound of the leaves rustling.
Yeah.
Right? Like
yeah. There's a metaphoric or a symbilic understanding of what that line means.
Why wouldn't it be cuter if she was like, "Oh, I love the sound of the rustling leaves too."
And he's like, well.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh,
not quite what I
Actually, she is singing. You just can't like there's another layer to it. I don't know." So he says, "It sings." She says, I suppose it sings war camp limericks too, which, by the way, are the limericks sung?
Not in my understanding of limericks.
We should have been singing those.
I mean, I guess you can.
They have like a little beat.
You can kind of crack a fiddle and stomp your boot to like any old Irish tune.
Happen so soon.
I know.
I think that'll happen so soon. So then he's like, "You're human, so your senses are still sealed off from everything." Feyre says, just another of my shortcomings. And then she thinks to herself, like, yes, I'm thinking that, but shortcomings doesn't really make me feel so bad anymore. So, like, some part of me likes it, like, in a character growth way, where you're like, okay, she still sort of has this knee-jerk internal monologue.
Insufferable.
Which I do not understand how people don't find it insufferable.
It's insufferable.
But anyway, it's kind of cool to see the slow going away from that, right?
Yeah. I feel like it's not going to ever really go away, though, because I feel like... I'm interested to see, like, if it does go away, what it's replaced with.
Anyway, I found the magic of this kind of confusing, and I don't know if this was just me being stupid.
I mean, it is confusing.
Between this and then later,
Yeah.
When they're when the
Oh,
reveal.
no,
of
the
the
later
spring
one
court, that's
is
where
bad.
Seeing the world versus the glamour on me versus the glamour on everybody at the court. Like, I'm just like, is it all related? Are they all three separate spells?
They do
like,
seem to be different things in
so,
the glamour pool.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, how many glamour spells
it's
are
almost
going?
Terry-like. Like
I
it has like a checklist almost. It seems like a.
It's like, what?
The glamour options are worldwide, spring court only. Tamlin's special picked people, excluding Tamlin, not including Alice, not including Lucian, not including like some horsemen, not including some other bird servants. Okay, right. And then
and then it's also like, and then the ACOTAR, he got his own glamour. But you also got your own glamour on you, and that had a glamour on him. I
glamored the ACOTAR to block vision of you and I blocked your vision of the ACOTAR, anyway, even though he's not in my court.
At first, I just thought he's going to kiss her eyes, and she's going to awaken into this psychedelic LSD fairy world.
Yeah.
And I was sort of like, I kind of thought it would just be cut and dry of like, it's either like on like a bundle spell he created or off.
Yeah.
But then, no, it seems like there's all different bits to this. So anyway, I'm going to try and figure it out as we go.
We'd be toggling. I do like his commitment to Fae, like deal making and all that. Like, there's some sort of like...
Are you not supposed to be like taking it seriously at all? I can't tell.
I think it's kind of like he has to do it, but he's not really trying hard to not make you get out of it. Like,
I couldn't tell if he had to do it and was being cutesy about what he had to do, or if he didn't have to do it and he was just playing a little joke, poking fun at what they think Fae do.
He's doing Fae play.
Fae roleplay,
A little Fae play for Feyre.
I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
And I'm still upset that like there really isn't a reason her name's Feyre.
Yeah.
It's on my document.
I do, and this is stupid of me, but I do think it's kind of confusing to ask for a kiss and then to kiss her eyes and then demand a kiss later.
Thought that was confusing.
I was like,
too.
well, you got one when you did it.
I was like, oh, her allowing him to kiss her face was the kiss, and then it was like later, like no, we had to kiss to unlock.
No, that's not what I was looking at. But
also, there's another kiss that we need to do as payment. There's I want
a smooch kiss. Like, I want one on the lips with your tongue, Feyre. Don't think the eye kiss counted. That's not it.
Too many kisses.
I could make you able to see it. See my world. Hear it. Smell it. Taste it.
And then he looks at the bite mark on her head. You're like, oh, okay, he's being a little sexy about this. She says, how?
Every gift comes with a price. A kiss?
She says, absolutely not.
I'm one of the High Fae. We don't give anything without gaining something from it.
Fine. I do feel like when he says, like, I could make you be able to see my world. Like, if I were Feyre, though, honestly, I would be like, what the fuck do you mean? Why have you been holding out? Yeah. What are you saying?
What do you mean, see your world? Like,
bitch, that's been an option?
I've been living in this world.
That's been an option. I'm like, does it make sense? I don't know. She is weird about shit.
Oh, yeah. No,
she's kind of weird.
And they kind of, like, they're like, yeah, you couldn't have handled this shit.
I don't know. It's so annoying. I don't know. I see it on one hand, right? Because when he undoes it, my girl goes down for Mother Willow immediately. So maybe she can't handle it, okay? She's like
grounded.
Not all, like, the most mundane little thing took her out.
Yeah. She is in the realm where she has no power, no agency.
Any human. All humans. I'm not, like, dunking on her. I'm just like, okay, maybe it is really inconvenient if she can see all of this because she's going to be, like, passing out all the time and running into the woods, chasing things and whatever. Although I don't know, I'm still confused because it's like, I guess the willow tree is not its own entity the same way as, say, like the puka, and there's.
No, I'm a little confused on that.
Do you get what I mean?
So I think there's like 3 tiers to the glamour.
Okay.
I think I think the glamour that he put on beings of the spring court was to like not scare her. I get
the court members.
The tree, I don't think that was him. I don't think like her not seeing the willow, I think is quite literally
just
the like
humans
have an inability to process the natural magic of his world.
So he would have to inject you. He wasn't preventing that. So okay, all right. To see this is confusing. So she can't see these things not because Tamlin put anything on her.
That's yes. That's what I believe.
So, because it's bundled, doing this to her feels bundled with him dropping the glamour back at the mansion.
I think it is. I think he wiped all glamour. So here's the thing.
Oh my God.
I think humans have an innate glamour on them to not be unable to perceive natural.
Glamour implies someone did it to them.
Yeah, but I'm talking like this is like primordial glamour. I think like Fae are open to the natural magics, and humans are closed off to the natural magics.
Fine, but I'm saying...
So he gave her special sight.
But
now she can see all of it.
Yes, I guess I see that, but why does that matter in terms of him dropping the glamour back at the manor?
Because his spell, he clicked select none.
Oh my God.
And then they all shut off, and then he had to manually go back in.
Because he manually puts his own
That's
back
what I'm saying.
on.
She saw everything for a brief moment. He's like, all right, wait. I fucked up. I gotta throw mine back on. Lucian's big magical bussy. Like, I gotta put that one back on so you can't see that all the time.
Oh,
That's
so
just for
he's
me.
got like a huge ass and Feyre doesn't see it.
Lucian's juicy Fae butt is like, it's almost got its own court. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean?
But she doesn't know.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. The court of
you
yams
see how this
and
is
gams.
confusing? Some part of you wants, your brain just wants to go like, there was a glamour on a bunch of things and then Tamlin took it off. And like, but that's not true. Like, but like, do you know?
Yes and no. Yeah, it feels like.
Because this technically wasn't even a glamour.
This is like
This is just her
humanity's
default
glamour.
mode, and he added an extra ability.
Yeah.
But back at the house, that was not default mode. By default, she could have seen them, but he took it away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. And him giving her sight in no way, shape, or form helps or protects her from people continuing to glamour her.
But that's not okay. But there is some. It's interesting because giving her the sight does now make her open to being influenced, for example, by the willow tree.
But I think that you're assuming the willow tree is like kind of this like natural hazard.
You don't think there's an inherent like impracticality and danger to being like, these things all have like AoE effects on you that could be like inconvenient or dangerous, and when I let you see it, you're gonna get
the like no more shield. Like you're gonna get full blasted by this.
Yeah, I'm saying I think I could see that being like, oh, that's not great.
Like, oh, you can't eat apples anymore because like you will shit your pants. Like the magic is crazy.
And maybe that's what it's all been about.
Maybe.
And then maybe that's what it's been about.
Yeah.
She can't handle the pollen over here.
Yeah, that's it. So basically, everything with a shimmer, she's now able to kind of perceive, right? Everything that's been like laughing girls and maybe a mermaid in the water, like now it's like she's just going to see those things. Maybe?
Yes, but I can't figure out like which parts of it are like for the mermaids, right? It's like, was that something that just like humans can't see and she'd have to get super powered up to see them? Or are they by default something she could see, but Tamlin's glamour to make her not see things makes her not see the mermaids fully?
I think that's the one, because the mermaids are in the spring court pool.
I know, but they're also kind of, you could argue they're like elemental or something.
You're right, that's true.
Which is it?
We ain't getting an answer on that shit.
I know, but anyway, these are the questions this brings up for me.
I know, I get it.
So they kneel and face each other. He tells her to close her eyes, and he kisses each eye, which I think is cute. I think that's romantic.
Yeah.
And suddenly, oh my gosh, she can hear the symphony of the birds and all of the themes and variations in their music. And I thought that the way that she described the music was better than how she describes painting, which is weird.
But I'm going to also throw in the ring just barely.
No, but it's slightly better.
I mean...
I don't know. I find the painting ones egregiously
No, actually, you're
bad.
right. You're right. A symphony of gossip and mirth is at least...
Oh my God, come on!
At least an interesting description. Yeah, you're right.
It is.
You're right.
Thank you.
I had never heard so many layers of music, never heard the variations and themes that wove between their arpeggios. A little cringe, but the painting was literally just like the colors and the hues and the light and shadow.
Thank you.
This is at least...
Especially
you're
the
reaching
gossip
for
and mirth.
second... Yeah,
I was like, that's kind of nice. I like that. And I wanted
nice.
her to describe painting with similarly abstract, interesting language. And then she hears this melancholy, ethereal melody, the willow. And she opens her eyes and everything looks amazing. Yeah, she's literally just on like some psychedelic nonsense. It's made of colors. Oh my God, everything's shimmering. And it's very like the trope of like the vampire... mode where you wake up and you're like, I can smell everything, I can
hear every heartbeat.
And then I liked that the bad magic metallic smell turns into like beautiful flowers.
Yes, I like that
too. Okay, because I guess when you've got like some Fae magic in you, you're more in harmony with...
See, it's interesting. The metallic scent has always been in my brain like, is it blood? Like, it seems like blood. And now the blood smells like flowers. And that's kind of cool, right? Like,
yeah, I don't know. I kept thinking, like, what's the implication of, like, symbolically, like, her as a human not being, like, smelling the magic and perceiving it as bad versus the Fae perceiving it as a good smell. Like, what does it mean? Like, from a textual standpoint, to say that this magic within nature does exist, this beautiful spiritual aspect of it, and now there's two races of being.
Yeah.
One perceives the connection, which is the magic, as like this negative bad smell.
Yep.
And one is perceiving it as this beautiful smell. I'm sort of like, what are we saying about Fae existence versus human existence?
Yeah, great question.
I don't know.
It means two things to me. It means either there's more plot to be uncovered as to why the humans don't like it anymore. Like maybe something happened.
Like, did the humans do something to
wondering.
fall and
know.
like get like turned away from this Eden? Like, why are they...
They don't have gods, so something happened.
So yeah, everything looks beautiful. She's just seeing the magic of nature in its true form finally. And would you believe she could never paint this?
Yeah.
Would you believe it? She just couldn't paint this. So she says, magic. Everything was magic and it broke my heart. I looked to Tamlin and my heart cracked entirely. So I think she's feeling heartbreak over the fact that the world has been and especially probably from her like painter's mind, you know, like that everything's been so beautiful. And she's been so cut off from it. Yeah. Which is interesting because it kind of has like a layer about just like Feyre in general.
It does.
Right? Like even if you take away this like super sight, there's been a lot of beauty that Feyre hasn't been able to... hasn't allowed herself to access.
Very good point.
Right.
Yeah.
So I see that, but it does it like almost undermine it a teeny bit when you make it literal like this?
You know, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
But for what this story has delivered on so far, I feel like it fits right in with that level. It's a little blunt, and it does kind of cheapen the things she personally went through. But since she is a painter, I don't know. Like, there's layers to. I'll give it to this one. I think that's a really good point. One thing that I did think was interesting, because with the whole how quickly she gave in to the temptation of the power giving, she's obsessed with any superpower you're willing to give Feyre. She surprised herself by how quickly she was like, yeah, that's fine.
Like, there's certain ways she wants power that I just find are very entitled and ridiculous. This I understood.
Totally.
Like, I was like, yeah, she'd be crazy if she was disinterested in this moment. I don't know. So he kissed her eyes. So she's, the world, which we think means humans cannot see this, but now she can because he gave her extra powers. But she can also now see that Tamlin looks very sparkling and beautiful. Now, was that bundled in with the superpowers? Is that why she can see it? Or was he gave her superpowers and dropped his glamour on himself? Which one? How'd that one come about?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think he gave her superpowers, and the giving of the superpowers accidentally disabled all the filters, and then he had to go back on and put his filters back on. Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Well, so anyway, it wasn't Tamlin as she's been seeing him. It was the Tamlin she dreamed of. His skin gleamed with a golden sheen, and around his head glowed a circle of sunshine. And his eyes, not merely green and gold, but every hue and variation. This was the High Lord of Prythian, devastatingly handsome, captivating, powerful beyond belief.
That's the Tamlin she saw in her dreams. She also saw the ACOTAR in her dreams.
Yeah, so so I'm like,
does Feyre have some sort of dream powers? Can you see true in there?
Like, but she also, like, when she saw Rhysand, she saw, like, the night trails on him. That wasn't a dream.
That's true.
Like, I feel like she's also seen things. Yeah. In a very specific way. I keep questioning this. Yeah. I feel like this keeps coming up, that she, like, has access to their mystical forms. Yeah.
For some reason.
Without this superpower happening. And then I'm confused because it's like, the implication is that all High Lords have this version of themselves. I I don't know. Do we like play with that? Like in my mind, they're always pretty normal looking. And then I'm like, why? Do they all have glamours on themselves all the time? Or like later when she's Rhysand, is he this version of himself?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
All the time.
That's interesting.
And I'm like just downplaying it in my head.
Because like you're used to it. Like
yeah,
or I don't know.
Or is everybody all the why would you be?
Why would you shut that off?
Why are you shutting this off?
I assume when the Olympian gods get together, like Helios and Zeus are not like hiding their true forms to like make it more comfortable. I think they're just like, I'm the sun, I'm the lightning god. Like, I don't know.
I know.
Why are they doing it here? I get like to specifically make her more comfortable sometimes. As
we meet characters throughout this book, they're not all like this like mystical glowing figure in my head. I am always kind of picturing them just as like dudes. Very hot guys, very beautiful guys. And I'm kind of confused how this version of them plays a role as we go forward. So then she grabs his mask and tries to pull it off, but it won't move. Then she blinks and suddenly everything's back to normal. And she's like, why can't I see you anymore? He says, I willed my glamour back into place. She says, glamour for what? He says, to look normal, or as normal as I can look with this damned thing. Being a High Lord, even one with limited powers, comes with physical markers too. It's why I couldn't hide what I was becoming from my brothers. From anyone, he said, it's still easier to blend in. So that's why I was like, do you mean with everybody? Like,
yeah, I guess so.
So he's glamoring himself, so Tamlin is so uncomfortable
being the High Lord
that even amongst his people, I think he's being like, no, I look like you guys.
He feels so isolated by being the High Lord.
Yes.
That he's like, I'll do anything to just get a little bit of normal treatment because I'm alone in the woods all the time.
He doesn't like being the guy.
He doesn't want to be the guy
at the forefront that everybody's like, oh, amazing. He's like, no.
Yeah.
I just want to be a humble king.
Yes.
You know, everybody else I think does look normal.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean,
not normal, but you know, like they're not sparkling.
It's
like
probably
this.
Gradients, right? Like
Lucian
probably has a bit of glow. If you were talking to like your grandma, she'd be like, "Oh, it's an angel," but like Tamlin's like, "Oh," like one of the like high circuit like fucking seraphim or something. Where it's like the cabin's like glowing and it's like, oh my god, Tamla, you know.
And she's like, so that mask really can't come off.
Yeah, she's fucking and I wrote about this. I'm confused. Like what?
Me too.
And she's confused.
Yeah. So I don't know. I might just be forgetting something. I don't know if this means anything. She's becoming hyper fixated right now on like we got to get that mask off. Like, and she keeps being like, I don't even know why I care. I do wonder if it's just a metaphor for, like, seeing each other.
I mean...
I think, like, romantically, because, like, he saw her soul with the painting.
Yeah.
And then she's like, that's, like, the one thing about you right now.
I can't see.
Like, maybe it's just that. She's like, are you sure nobody in any other court has magic that can help? It's like, girl, come on. What?
Did you think of this? It's like...
And she's like, why is this mask bothering me so much? And I think maybe that's her own inability to understand that she's feeling romantic, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then he's like, they do this little thing. He's like, what do you think I look like? And she describes, you know, a handsome man. And he's like cheesing really hard. He's I love this.
This is great for my self-esteem.
Right. Like he needs it.
As spring god.
I love when 19-year-olds tell me I'm hot. Like, okay. So she's like yawning and she's like, oh, I'm really tired. And then he's like, oh, you need to pay your part of the bargain. Another kiss. He wants a kiss from her. Then she does her she like takes his hand and kisses the back of his hand. She's like, there's your kiss. Okay, we're just playing like actual like middle school games right now.
I'm 500 years old. That's still so funny. Yeah.
Don't you just sometimes need that injection of youthful candor in your life?
Shut the fuck
You know, that's what it is.
No.
Sometimes you forget what it's like to be young.
You're right.
And you need a teen to come show you.
You know, we love the idea as humans, but mostly as women, I think, of being in a glen with your big magical 500-year-old cat boyfriend.
Yes.
And he kisses your eyes and gives you magic powers.
And his ears are flopping all over the place.
They're going like satellite dishes, like going nuts. And then all of a sudden you can hear Mama Willow delivering some sweet jazz, and then he lays down by your side and says, "You're exactly how I imagined you." That is every woman's dream, I think.
Nothing you described sounds bad.
No, it's a great fucking night.
Those are the facts.
Yeah.
Then he's cracking up, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm falling asleep."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Feyre," and then she's like curls up to go to sleep, and he's like, "I should really bring you home," but then he doesn't. Instead, he lays down next to her, and he strokes her hair, and she's like so happy. She's having major ASMR.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "I'm having the loveliest dream. I've never slept so great before." Yeah, so faintly echoing into my world of slumber, he spoke again, his breath caressing my ear. "You're exactly as I dreamed you'd be too. Darkness swallowed everything." I don't know if there's a little like Rhysand implication here or something. Like, I don't know if there's something going on here.
Wait.
You didn't notice that?
I didn't put it together.
Right.
'Cause she didn't say that out loud. He's how he dreamed of him. Oh, wait.
Did Tamlin? I don't know, because she does say Tamlin said it, but I think you could be like, she's like half asleep. Does she know who said it actually?
Oh.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so it could have been Rhysand in her mind.
Well, I don't know.
Or can Tamlin read her mind?
Well, some people actually. There's like a whole theory about that.
Okay, because
there's a whole theory that Tamlin can also read her mind.
Wait, is this book good?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wait, is this kind of slapping? Oh man,
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
This whole part, I reread it like a bunch of times where I was like, this is weird. Like, this whole part is odd.
Yeah.
The Willow putting her to sleep, Tamlin first going like, it says he curses and says her name, right? So you get the sense that he's like upset in some way, that she's like passing out. And then, and like, I guess we are technically just assuming it's the willow tree. We don't know that. Why is she passing out right now? I guess the willow tree.
Yeah.
Tamlin seems upset about it and says, "I should get you home." But then he doesn't bring her home. He lays down next to her. But is she dreaming?
Well, I don't know.
Right now?
And that kind of makes sense. Like, I just took it as like, he's big cat man. He's never been able to like be lazy before, and this girl's like wooing him to lay down next to her. But like, yeah, could it be something else? Could it be someone else?
Could she have passed out, like fallen asleep from the willow tree, maybe from something else, from some magic, I don't know. And then he's like, "Oh shit, I should get you home." What if he actually did just bring her home, and now the rest of this is just a dream of somebody laying next to her and saying something to her? Like, did Tamlin actually do that?
What if Tamlin got put to sleep too?
You're right. We don't even know how they ended up home.
We don't know.
But why? How if Tamlin wakes up at home, what would he think happened?
But hear me out. What if Feyre gets knocked out, then Tamlin gets knocked out, and Rhysand lays down next to Feyre and is just talking in her ear for a little while they're both laying there, and then at some point Tamlin wakes up and carries her home. He just thinks he took a nap. But what if?
We don't know who laid down next to her.
We don't know. And what if Tamlin woke up
and what
20, 30 minutes before he carried him home, and then like Rhysand's spinning on it like crazy? You know what I mean? What if Rhysand's doing like tricks on it, and Tamlin's like, "Oh no, not here." And he like throws him up into the willow and he flies away. You know, like, what if that's, you know? And then he's so pissed that he didn't get to like come from it that he kills that person and puts his head on the fountain. Oh, you know what I mean?
Oh my god!
Yeah, you didn't think about it, but he's so he's just fucking, you know, I don't know.
Oh, Tamlin wakes up. Whoa!
He's going like, he's doing the wings and he's fucking like going in a circle, like whipping. Fucking like 200 miles an hour, and it's like Rhysand's like, "Whoa!" And Tam's like, "No, what the fuck?" Like humps him up into the air, like big fucking butt press, and then Rhysand's like, "Fucking oh no!" But he's like, "Fuck, I didn't nut," and then he's just so mad. He has like giant blue balls, and then he goes and like, kills another lesser Fae.
God, we have to read that whole scene at the end, assuming. Okay, headcanon is they both pass out.
Yep.
And Rhysand comes and he's like, I think he's doing that to both of them, right? Like, he's
course,
laying down Feyre. It's his mate. He's like, "Oh, you're beautiful. You're just like I dreamed you'd be." And then he's laying down with Tamlin. He's like we've got a history.
Mm-hmm.
I've loved fucking you too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to find both of my beautiful potential partners. Yeah, sleep in this glen. Yeah, I think he was doing it
crazy style.
Or maybe like he was in the middle. Like it's like Tamlin and Feyre were there sleeping, and Rhysand
like
just
rolling back and forth, like whispering to them.
Yeah, he got right in the middle and had some things to say. Oh, so stupid. So stupid. Okay, anyway, but this scene is weird. Are there theories about this? I haven't looked this up. I don't know if we're talking about it. We probably are.
If it is Tamlin, he read her mind because she didn't say that out loud. So,
but is it like, the willow like send psychic thoughts to one another? I don't know, but I do feel confused because I know we do a lot of like Rhysand has this like he has like these premonitions about Feyre and such and whatever, and they have some connection pre-mating. But if I'm not mistaken, and I feel like I must be not remembering something correctly, when their mating bond snaps into place, isn't he surprised? Like, isn't it described? You guys tell me. Isn't it described like he is like, oh my god? And if that's the case, then I'm kind of confused. Why? Like, this seems like somebody who would have to like know this is his mate and be like speaking to her as if he met her and he's aware. Now, so like, I'm kind of confused.
I don't know what goes into the mating and all that, and I'm just totally speculating here. But is there a chance, because Rhysand's a bad guy right now, and I assume becomes good guy at some point. Is there a chance he's never a good guy, right?
Yeah, well, that's the big theory.
But, like, since right now, even, he's doing things to Feyre to set up an eventual, like, thing.
Yes, that is the theory.
That's the theory?
That's the theory.
All right, well, because this is weird. So I don't know. Sarah, this was maybe interesting. I don't know.
That is the theory. But then, like I said, there is also this other theory that Tamlin has powers that he has not expressed, that people are not aware of, and one of them might be that he can read Feyre's mind. I don't think I'm making that up. I swear to God, this was a conversation in my TikTok comments at some point.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's weird, because people point out a bunch of things that, like, he knows about Feyre, even such as the mom, like, all of that shit in the beginning.
He does seem to know
He seems to know a lot of things about her, and I think that's why people are questioning it. But that would fit in this scene.
That would.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, very, very interesting. That's the end of chapter 23.
Yep.
Okay, so we start chapter 24, and I feel a little weird.
What's going on?
What's happening to us?
What is this?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh my god. Wait, we're back to normal.
We're so back.
Thank God.
Woo!
Okay, yes, this feels right.
This is right.
So, for those of you who can't see, we've dropped our glamour. We've been... Yeah, okay, it's something we have to admit. We've been glamoring you guys who are watching
the whole time
on the podcast, and we do have Fae forms.
I was afraid that I would appear too sexy.
Yeah, this is one of the weirder ones that Feyre is really disturbed by.
Yeah.
And so Frank is a bug Fae gardener, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Za.
And I am Alice, the tree woman.
Obviously.
So this is us. This is a real us.
This is how we really look.
And so chapter 24 starts. Feyre wakes up in her bed to see this. And she's like, there's a tree woman in her room. Like, she does. Well, she says she woke up from a buzzing noise.
Well.
And yeah, I guess, I don't know what time of day it is. I'm confused. Because we left off with them asleep in the Glen, Rhysand bouncing on it crazy style.
Yes,
and now we're waking up in Feyre's room. She's not sure how she got there. Is it morning? Is it afternoon? What time of day is it?
Yeah, it's day-ish, I guess.
I don't know.
She's looking outside. You don't garden at night usually, right?
Right.
So.
No, it's her breakfast dishes. So she fell asleep like in the afternoon and slept all night till the next morning.
That's kind of crazy.
And she's like, there's this a buzzing. What was the buzzing noise from?
I think
the garden.
People like me outside. Yeah.
People like
my
me.
kind.
Right.
Yeah. Someone's got to maintain the fucking roses, all right? We can't sleep till like 2 p.m. like Feyre every goddamn day. All
Okay,
right?
true. And so she's hearing the buzzing outside. There's a tree lady in the room. She's like, "Where's Alice?"
Yeah.
She says, "What?" And Feyre's like, "Oh, that, I should have a bird mask on top
of your
this mask."
We thought about it. That would have
I think it would have been inconvenient
a little
for
bit.
this. But anyway, she's like, "I feel like I recognize that bird mask, but like I definitely don't know this tree lady, because if I ever saw a tree lady, I would have painted her." And that, sound logic.
That's
right?
exactly how Feyre thinks. A quick thing that I noticed, though, because she says the bird mask looked familiar. And now, up until this point, my interpretation has been all the bird masks are identical.
I'm not sure that we've specified.
We haven't. And this clearly implies that they're not.
Right.
Some bird masks look different than others. So she recognized Alice somewhat by her bird mask.
Yeah.
And we have not once described anyone's
What's the
bird
difference between these
masks.
bird masks, man?
She keeps calling them another bird mask servant. And they're like, I thought it was just a generic, like, metal bird mask.
So I guess we could imply...
We've been having toucans, seagulls, and she doesn't even bother to describe. She's like, servant birds, servant birds, servant birds.
Right, like, are all the horse boys, they're different
That's
horse
what I'm saying.
masks? I don't know. Yeah, Alice is like, "Are you out of your mind? I am Alice." So, we're getting some mechanics here. His fairy sight had stripped away the glamours I'd been seeing. Okay. But he bothered to put back up his glamour, which was separate.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't bother to put this one back up because I guess he clearly intentionally wanted her to meet the Spring Court people. I think he should have warned her. What would be the harm in telling her?
Yeah.
But I guess they all passed out, Clearly he could have put it back on.
Oh, yeah, he could have.
But why didn't he?
I don't know.
Because he wanted her to meet everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, but like I said, why not just tell her he's doing this?
Be our guest, I don't know. It's time.
Yeah. So she's like, "Why did he bother to glamour everything?" "Because I've been a cowering human. That's why." Guys, I don't understand how you could read this and not just be like, "Oh my god."
It's insufferable. It's not even true. You fucking hunted a cereal. You haven't been a cowering human. You wouldn't be afraid of the bug man.
Well, that's what's so frustrating is the difference between, like, you're like, do you really believe I feel like she just has on loop saying bad things about herself that in all actuality she does not even believe.
Yeah.
She's like, "Because Tamlin knew I would have locked myself in this room and never come out if I'd seen them all for their true selves." Which, first of all, I think it's hilarious that she's having this thought right now when the only thing she's seen is just Alice looking like a tree. Miss Danger. If you go out into the woods, you're going to meet your untimely, horrid death where they're gonna, like, fucking drag and quarter you.
Yep.
And they look like horrific monsters. And she says, "I'm gonna go. I think I can handle it. I'm gonna go." Is now saying, "I'm seeing kindly servant tree lady, and I bet I would have been so scared of her, I would have hid in my room." That doesn't jive with any decision you've made thus far. Anything you've done so far, that doesn't apply.
No, but if we take it at face value, it is an interesting characterization to say that I expect my enemies and freaks out there to be ugly, but I can't tolerate my servants to be ugly.
Isn't even, like, I guess I'm like this.
Well, it is because Alice was blonde and fat for short of a better term, but looked like a high fae. And now we know high fae really just means human looking. No doubt.
I don't see why this would be that scary.
I would expect this. I'd be mad if I'm in fairy realm and my butler's a human. I'm sorry. I'm going to be like, "Really? You don't got nothing going on? Is your penis weird? Like, you got something going on?" You wandered into Calamai, the most dangerous event, filled with fairies from every court. First off, it's shocking that you didn't even see a tree person at some point.
Okay, and I also I do have questions about the glamours and Calamai.
Yeah.
Why were the people there just weirdly swirly faced and not invisible when they've been invisible this whole time?
Maybe the palace is the
I guess it's like the
epicenter.
servants from the palace are either seeable or seeable like in human fake form or invisible, and then it was like anybody else from the Spring Court who shows up.
Yeah, it's like too much RAM to make them all invisible.
Right.
So yeah,
they just
we'll just give them swirly faces,
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
So so she sees Alice, right? Her thought is like, This is horrifying. And then it says, things only got worse when I made my way downstairs. Like, okay. Why is it worse? What's even happening that's so bad? The hallways were bustling with masked fairies I'd never seen before. Some were tall and humanoid, high fae like Tamlin. Others were ... not. She's very uncomfortable with them.
She hates the fairies.
I try to avoid looking at those ones because they seem the most surprised to notice my attention. Now, why would they be... Everybody's been invisible to her, and everybody's been aware that she can't see them. Why would only the weird-looking
This is
ones...
a Feyre projection. That's definitely what that is.
Why would that be true?
It's like when she assumed that Tamlin was laughing in a specific way about a specific thought. It's like, you can't know that. They're not treating you any different, you looking at them. They've all been invisible.
Why would... So the humanoid ones are like, we don't care that she can see us. But, like, are we implying that the unhumanoid ones are, like, so self-conscious?
I think it's because she's gawking at them.
That's what I think,
They're
right?
like, oh, God. She's, like, giving me this weird face.
It's weird. So she's almost shaking, and she arrives where?
Well, I think it's maybe to get breakfast in the dining room.
Okay, yeah. Who's there? Who's in the dining room?
I think it's Tamlin and Lucian again.
Oh. And I love... It's hilarious to me that in the face of this discovery, we still end up in the dining room with Tamlin and Lucian, and we don't interact with anyone new. We still don't.
I know.
She doesn't have one fucking conversation with a new person, despite this revelation. Nobody else is at the dining room table. She doesn't have anybody in the hallway stop her. Nothing. We barely get descriptions of these people.
And we don't get like a servant like putting the food on the table.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, oh, would you like blah blah blah, like, and her having to like interact with them.
Come on.
This whole thing feels like stupid now because you've wasted the opportunity. It almost feels like you wrote it this way so you didn't have to interact with them before, and now you're like, oh, it's a
cool surprise, but also like still don't want to do it.
Yeah.
That's why I said, like, I was like, I like the idea of hiding people and having a big revelation with the magic and the glamours and everything, but like I do find the execution boring. I'm not like, oh wow, it does. Like, I get it, it's like, okay, the world opened up technically, but are we doing anything with it? Not yet. We still only talk to Alice.
Barely. We
We
said she wasn't Alice, and she said, yes, I am, and then she left.
So they're in the dining room. Tamlin's lounging in a chair, and he asks her what's wrong. I guess I'm supposed to read this as like some funny little banter, because he knows that she can see everybody, so he knows what's wrong, right? So
I guess he's just kind of like, why is it disturbing you so much?
No, but like,
I don't know.
I think the way in which it's disturbing her is weird. But I don't think it's weird to be like, I'm a little shell-shocked that everyone's been invisible the whole time. What's wrong?
Well, you did just give me magical sight, and now I'm seeing that I've been utterly surrounded by millions of people.
Of course, the realization that you've actually been surrounded by people, that would be disturbing. I'd be way more focused on that and not so disturbed by like, oh, there are trees and bugs, you know? She says, oh, there's a lot of fairies around, and asks when they've arrived. I don't really get it because she just said that she's aware the glamours dropped when Tamlin gave her the true sight. I guess, so okay, maybe it makes sense because she thinks it's just that she can see their true forms.
So she's like, oh, that's what happened with Alice, and all these people are here? That's weird.
Right, I don't know.
There's a better way to ask that question.
I kind of feel like you might put that together, but whatever. It says, I almost yelped when I looked out my bedroom window and spotted all the fairies in the garden. Many of them, all with insect masks, pruned the hedges and tended the flowers.
Hell yeah.
Those fairies had been the strangest of all.
Yo, what the fuck?
With their iridescent buzzing wings sprouting from their back. That's the most disturbing of all.
Yeah,
it's not like you described them with like praying mantis heads. You didn't describe really anything other than, I don't really know. It just sounds like they're humans wearing insect masks and they have wings. Why the fuck would that bother you? So I don't know. Tamlin's like thinks this is funny. I like don't really think this is funny just on like a humor level, and I don't know. I'm just kind of like This is like definitely one of those moments where I think maybe he's lacking empathy, where I'm like, this is a weird thing for someone to discover. Not that the Fae look weird. That I'm trying to separate right now. Fae looking weird, I don't think that's weird. A billion people being invisible and watching you for months at a time is a disturbing thing to find out.
I agree.
Even if they looked like humans, it doesn't matter, right? So he's like, they've been here all along. Feyre says, but I didn't hear them. If you can make them invisible, we can presume you can make them quiet, right? Who cares?
I would assume. Oh, yeah, she's just being like, but he kissed my eyes, not my ears.
So Lucian's like, we made sure you couldn't see or hear anyone but those who were necessary. I don't know how they determined who was necessary. Why did we need the stable boys?
Alice and a couple other...
And some people at the kitchen, but not all of them? Like, whatever. It seems so arbitrary. But anyway, he's cool because he's twirling a dagger between his fingers as he says this.
Sick.
I don't love, like, her first thought is like, which does fit her characterization, don't get me wrong. Like, oh my god, so when I chased the puka that night, everyone saw... What? I would be more concerned, like, have y'all been watching me masturbate? Me and Tamlin have been gallivanting and, like, flirting around this castle. Y'all been listening to that? Were you in the room while I was painting? Were you in the room while I showed him my paintings and had this heart-to-heart?
Fat dumps. After eating, like, Sunday sauce for, like, 17 months in a row.
She farts a lot.
She's farting and shitting.
So, like, were y'all around when I was farting?
That's what I'm saying.
I've been ripping it in the Great Hall. Who was there?
When no one's here,
The puka would be low on my list.
I wouldn't even think of that guy.
You've been sneaking around while I'm naked?
That's what I'm saying. We're making it like this is the only embarrassing thing she's done.
No,
like normal human shit.
You've been living here.
Yeah.
I just think she's been, like, being really vulnerable and, like, Tamlin and all this shit. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, as like an honest question, is this kind of hot? To suddenly find out that, like, ghost servants have been, like, watching you?
I don't think so.
All right.
I don't know. It would have to be a really specific...
I don't think it is. I'm just wondering if you could figure out how to make it.
I could make it erotic if I wanted to, but like, I don't know if I want to.
Fair.
Solution's like, oh yeah, you had an audience. And she's like, oh my god, I thought I was being so stealthy, but I bet everyone was laughing at me. I don't know, we're getting into the nitty gritty here. She's like, wait, but I could see the puka and the naga and the fairy who died. And Tamlin's like, well, they weren't part of my court. And the naga... They belong to someone else. Why don't the naga ever come back? We like keep setting it up.
Who do they belong to, Tamlin? Why can't she know the 7 presidents that exist in your world? There's like literally 6 kingdoms. Tell me who rules them at the very least.
So I'm like of really split mind. Part of me is like, absolutely, you're leaving like her so in the dark. Another part of me though is like, if he says the naga belong to whoever, she might go like, I'm traveling there tomorrow and I'm gonna go ask about the masks and I'm gonna go,
Lucian, you have to take me, you have to carry me on your back.
I don't know, it's kind of though, right?
Fair.
She's like, you've been noticeably absent to Lucian. He's like, I've been busy, so have you, I take it. She says, what's that supposed to mean?
If I offer you the moon on a string, will you give me a kiss too?
Okay, that's, that's very, very cute. Cunt. It's cunt, but it's also like hot, like debonair, roguish hot, right?
Which is cunt. Don't be an ass.
And then Lucian laughs and leaves the room. I do keep seeing so many people saying that like Lucian is like getting abused by Tamlin in this book and is so like afraid of him, and I'm never reading it that way.
He's taking pot shots and like laughing and skipping out of the room. If anything, he's just like his brat friend. He's not afraid of him.
When you're in a brat dynamic with your best friend.
Yes, I do.
A brat tamer dynamic. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I don't. Anyway, so I just want to comment that like I'm waiting for that moment to happen ever. It hasn't.
Not afraid.
I don't think so. I really just feel like they're like snarky with each other. And like, why are we acting like that isn't rude? Like, of course Tamlin's angry with him for saying that. It's rude.
But he knows that. He's being a dick.
Which I love. I love Lucian being a dick. I'm just saying, like, it makes sense for Tamlin to be like, fuck you. If I were Feyre, though, would you not be like, why does he know we were kissing?
A little kiss and tell there, yeah.
There's a lot of weirdness to that. It definitely definitely plays into our fanfic / Tam X Lucian concept where like Lucian's kind of like,
it ties in very
he's
well.
directing all of this.
Yeah.
Of course, Tamlin goes back and he's like, Lucian, like, I have to tell you an update. We kissed, and then Lucian's like, good job. Like, like, okay, tell me about it. How'd it go? And then he's like, okay, next time I want to make sure you should, touch her like this next time. Anyway, this is what I'm imagining is happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, open the notes app and get a couple of...
Get some lines written down.
Lines going there. Yeah.
So, I like that thought. No, there's something weird about Lucian. The only thing I could think, though, is also, unless, is it truthfully, to drop the glamour, you do need to kiss? That's the only other thought. Like,
I don't know.
Where he's like, the glamour's dropped, we had to kiss.
No, I think what happened is Tamlin was like, I dropped her eye glamour, and he's like, oh, how'd that go? And he just told her the story, and now he's like, oh, haha.
Well, if I were Feyre, I would be like, stop telling your bro that we're kissing. Or honestly, more truthfully, I would be like,
you were
keep
Feyre,
telling your bro about how we were kissing. And
tell your bro to be there next time we kiss.
Tell your
kiss
bro.
Your bro.
You kiss your bro. You tell your bro we're kissing. Your bro makes us kiss.
We all kiss.
Everyone. Well, and you'd be like, and if that's how glamours work, you put them on, you take them off, you kiss, you're smooching.
Yeah.
Then logically they probably had to kiss.
Definitely.
Right?
100%. Yeah.
Glamours on, glamours off.
Yeah. Okay.
Kisses.
Oh, where are you? I gotta kiss you again to find out.
Anyway, so you just think he was like I think he actually unironically, even though it really feeds into my horny fanfic concept, I think unironically Tamlin is going back to Lucian and like reporting how it's all going.
They're like little, they're divas sitting here in the chair eating flapjacks and being like, so this is what I got up to.
So like, I don't know. I just feel like they're always just asking, she's always asking those random questions. Yeah. Like, so if I were to encounter the ACOTAR again, would I actually see it? Why is that? Yeah. Why that? He says, yes, and it wouldn't be pleasant.
No. Wait, so why? Can she see the ACOTAR?
Wait, no, because she technically, none of this feels like, it's all so convoluted. When the ACOTAR come, technically, like the Pukanaga Suriel, she should have been able to see it, and the only reason she couldn't was because Tamlin was so fast
in throwing a glamour on top of her to not see the ACOTAR?
I don't know, it's right, because he's sort of like, the only reason you couldn't see the ACOTAR is because I threw a glamour on, he doesn't even, okay.
Does he say it? On you?
If I were to encounter the ACOTAR again, no, yeah, you're right. Would I actually see it? And he's just saying, yes. Then she says, you said it didn't see me, and it's not a member of your court. And he says, yeah, because I threw a glamour over you, so that you were invisible to it. But that doesn't answer the question of why
it was invisible to her.
I don't know.
And the Puka wasn't, and the Suriel wasn't. So things not in his court should not be invisible to her. The ACOTAR is not in his court, unless the ACOTAR is in his court. But he says
unaware.
No, right?
He says it's not.
So, why was it invisible? Unless the glamour on her also made her not able to see it.
But he doesn't say that, because she says, if it showed up this time, would I be able to see it? And he's like, yeah. Which implies something about the current glamour that he just dropped. Something about the glamour that existed that he dropped was making it invisible.
Unless
why would it?
ACOTAR are naturally invisible.
She couldn't see the ACOTAR because in her normal human eyes he was invisible, but now that she's got superpower Fae world vision, she'll see him.
I guess. Unless the ACOTAR glamours her for some reason or something else.
Seemingly she has some sort of access to the Fae world vision.
It seems like it,
because she knew what the ACOTAR looked like.
Yes.
The blight is acting up. If you spot one, meaning like another fairy, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means because there's tons of fairies around now. But if you spot one, even if it looks harmless but makes you feel uncomfortable, pretend you don't see it. Don't talk to it. If it hurts you, the results wouldn't be pleasant for it or for me. You remember what happened with the Naga.
Well, he's saying the blight is acting up again, and more of these creatures are being freed from their tethers. So these are like some sort of weird like base world monsters that have been long since sealed that are now escaping, like the ice is melting or something.
She does, it seems like she has what I would perceive as character growth, where she's finally like thinking, oh, okay, this was for my own safety, not his amusement. He didn't want me hurt. He didn't want to punish them for hurting me. Even the Naga hadn't been part of his court. It hurt him to kill them. So it's like, finally she's, the thing I've been complaining about, she's questioning like, oh, is it like bad for Tamlin's spirit to have to go kill,
to be a murderer?
It's like, yeah, definitely. Yeah. She asks about the blight growing. He's like, oh, it's only happening in other territories. You'll be safe here. She's like, I'm not worried about my own safety. Tamlin's like, it'll be fine. So it's the next morning. She's going out to the garden. She brings her easel and her paints, and oh my god, she sees a big severed head
crammed into a heron's bill
on a fountain.
Is the water coming out of the bill in the fountain?
I guess so.
That'd be kind of sick. It's coming out of the top of the head.
It looks like there's so much blood. She's like, this is Rhysand. And it doesn't have a mask on, so she's like, okay, it's not from the spring court. She like backs up and she hits into Tamlin's big, broad chest behind her.
There's an interesting description there when she's, because like we've established she likes the blood kind of on some level, right? But this is kind of freaking her out.
No, this one I wanted more broader sense.
The one thing in the beginning, I didn't know where I went as I stared at the still screaming head.
Her brain, she dissociates,
had a dissociation,
like crazy. Which, that's a normal reaction.
That tracks. I'm not getting on Feyre's case for this one.
Me too.
This is the most normal thing she's ever done.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, because we've been harping on and noticing, and I think correctly, the motif of her being like, ooh, big, bloody, scary badness. I'm always having like a good reaction after that. But this is the one time she really does not. But
now, 2 questions. Is that because the night court brutality is too much for her? And that's kind of interesting, because is she denying like the full extent of this darkness within her?
Maybe.
Or is Tamlin warming her up and now she no longer likes these dark things as much?
That is true. I have a couple of thoughts. That could be one. Did something about the true sight and seeing all of nature, like kind of like a psychedelic trip where like everything's one, and like I'm feeling connected to all of humanity and Fae-manity, and like now things are bothering me more because I've become more sensitized to the beauty of the earth. That's
a good
right.
point.
Okay, so I thought that could be one. Yeah, is it related to her clear attraction towards the ones that look like humans and her distaste for the weird ones? Was it from her psychedelic trip? Is it because of her connection to Tamlin? This is the first time we've seen something like bad happen. I mean, she didn't like, though, the Fae dying, the blue Fae, right? She reacted very poorly to that.
But I guess I'm not saying so much so that she liked or didn't like, because I think she wouldn't even say overtly that she even liked the mercenary's leg, but she can't stop staring at it. But I don't know where I went is interesting. She's never like lost to time before, especially with everything we're talking about, Rhysand going into her brain and this having a night court connection. Did he like
glamour the head or something?
Did he protect her from seeing it a
But
little?
she did. She's like describes things pretty in detail.
No, you're right.
So he clearly did not protect her.
Or did he amp it up and make it worse for her? Like I don't know. That's what I'm like. Something happened.
I don't know. Something that is weird.
It's an I just need to like pin it because I'm curious.
So anyway, she bumps into Tamlin. He's like, "It's me," and Lucian's there too. And Lucian says, like looking at the head, "Oh, not from the Autumn Court. I don't recognize him at all." I'm like, how much have you been engaging with the
You've
Autumn?
been gone for like 200 years,
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Like,
why would you? Do you know
know
everyone who's there still?
Maybe Fae just kind of do.
Maybe they do.
And
I don't know.
And he's of the highest lord lineage, so maybe he really do.
Yeah. So then Tamlin grabs Feyre's shoulders, and Lucian wades into the bloody fountain water to look at the head. He says that they've branded him. Behind his ear, it's a mountain with 3 stars. You gotta think that's
under the mountain.
I think it's actually the night court.
I think it is. I didn't like this because Lucian is an emissary to the spring court, and he knows all of the iconography.
This makes no sense.
So he wouldn't have described it that way. He would have said it's night court. They put their sigil, and then he
would have said
he can tell Feyre later what it looks like.
Yes, you're right. Of course, conveniently, Lucian has to say exactly what it is. Like, yeah, he's the one out of everyone who would know. So yeah, Tom was like, it's the night court. Feyre thinks about the mural. She's like, oh, if I recall correctly, it's up north. Lucian's climbing up the statue to remove the head. She looks at a crab apple tree instead. Look at this tree motif. I'm going back to my LSD, I'm one with the universe theory. Because
I like that. Yeah.
Usually I feel like this is something Feyre would, in a creepy little way, be like watching and be intrigued by. But this time, after hearing the willow tree's song, she wants to look at a tree instead. So yeah, if Lucian's talking about the Night Court, he's like, they're all sadistic killers. They delight in torture of every kind, and they would find this sort of stunt to be amusing. I was kind of proud of Feyre here. Yeah. She says amusing but not a message, because right? I get, haha, oh, they're Joker mode over there. And,
all right, you tell me, it's like, oh,
I get it,
they're all Jared Leto, like,
I get it.
Is this not, this is a message, right?
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, I literally, like, felt this sensation of, like, I would love if Feyre was just, jack this up just a bit, just a little bit.
I agree.
That's a totally reasonable thing for her to, like, be able to parse out for herself. Lucian says, oh, it's a message, and then he yanks the head off the statue, and Feyre's like cringing at how it sounds. Yeah. Again though, like, this makes sense, but this is why I'm like, dude, if you go do this crazy shit, go into Callan May, like, this is what you might see or have happen to you. Like, especially because your whole youth, you believe this is what Fae were always doing. I know.
And then I love, like, just jumping all the way back to her being like, could Lucian really kill me? Well, I don't know. He had no problem yanking a head off of the statue and just jumping in the blood first.
Honestly, it's his nonchalance here is sexy.
It's sexy.
Right?
It's definitely sexy.
Like, it's not like the head is sexy, but it's like him just being like, whatever, like, I'll handle it. It's hot. I guess Lucian's saying this. He's saying, to get in and out of our defenses, to possibly commit the crime nearby, it's exactly what the High Lord of the Night Court would find amusing, the bastard. She's like, oh shit, he was like 50 feet away from the house. That's not good.
That's cool.
And Tamlin's like, you're still safe here. This was just their idea of a prank. You definitely get this sense that, like, Tamlin's a little bit lying.
This is the first time I've been sus on Tamlin.
Yeah.
He's clearly overstating how safe she is.
Yeah, because he doesn't want her to go. I think there's a guilt element to it, and then we go right into, like, whatever the dynamic is with him feeling terrible because of the slavery part of his family.
Yeah.
And, like,
that.
How he's utilizing Feyre right now has, like, to him, I think, like, some parallels.
Connotations.
He feels very guilty, and I think he's trying to, he's trying to convince himself in a way, like, no, it's all good. Like, it's fine. She's like, is this connected to the Blight? He's like, only insofar as they know it's awakening again. They want us to know they're circling the Spring Court, and should our wards fall further, they're gonna, like, attack us, which doesn't sound good. Yeah. But he says, I won't let that happen.
Yeah, is he being overly, like, I can handle everything, like a Feyre type thing as a leader?
Yeah, or... I think that.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit of both, right? He's like, I need her not to get spooked and leave.
Yeah.
But also, maybe I really can do it. Maybe I could do it. I'm going to save everything. Lucian says they're going to get what's coming to them soon. Hopefully the Blight's going to wreck them too. And Talon's like, take care of that head.
Because Lucian climbing out of the fountain, right? She can't look at the head. It makes sense that Talon sends him away to get rid of the head. But he sends him away after he says they'll get what's coming to them soon enough. Hopefully the Blight will wreck them too. And I'm like, is he mad at Lucian for talking about the Blight? And, like, kind of like, or
did Lucian bring it up?
Lucian's the one who just said that. They'll get what's coming to them soon enough.
But the Blight already came up before that.
So then, is Tamlin really sensitive? Like, is he a good High Lord at heart? He's like, don't wish that on them. Even though they're bad, like, it kind of seemed like he was annoyed with Lucian.
There is there's some backstory. Okay. There's some backstory where you could definitely conceivably think that Tamlin is a little concerned. Yeah, in that sense, potentially. Sure.
Like, even them, I don't wish that on them.
Maybe.
It's interesting.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Like.
Yeah, I mean, Lucian's way more vitriolic towards the Night Court in this conversation.
And that seems to be his thing, right? Like, Tamlin's more, like, ready to fight, but Lucian's very, like, angry a lot.
Tamlin's always a little bit more measured, I feel like, in, like, how he describes things, how he looks at the court politics and stuff. and speaks about people, he's never really like, I'm out for revenge. They're all monsters.
Tamlin's swinging a big dick. Tamlin's like,
Lucian's not?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Tamlin's swinging a big, heavy dick. Listen, I know. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big, but it's not like, Tamlin's got like a log there.
Yeah.
He's like, when shit gets real, I'm gonna handle it.
He's flopping it.
But you know, you got Lucian, he's darting in and out. You know, he's got to do his dagger pokes, and he's constantly poking. You know what I mean? He just can't stop hitting the mark, you know?
Yeah. Feyre she's shaking. She goes to pick up her paintbrushes, and Tamlin kneels down and grabs her hand. You're still safe. And then she thinks about what the Suriel said, and she thinks, stay with the High Lord human. You will be safe. And she's like, maybe he's right, because the Suriel also, he's saying it, and the Suriel predicted it. I still, though, like, I'm still lost on the portion of the Suriel statement that said, don't go asking questions or looking for anything, or else you're gonna get consumed. And she did. And she does. And I don't know why she's thinking about it. Why is she not concerned with that thought? Tamlin says it's court posturing. The Night Court is deadly, but this was only their lord's idea of a joke. Attacking anyone here, attacking you would cause more trouble than it's worth for him. So Feyre's like, well, their idea of jokes must have been really bad when you guys had us as slaves. And then she like is... what? Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Maybe a weird time to bring it up, but
yeah.
She's really grappling with this now. She's like, oh my god, they must have tortured us whenever they wanted. Tamlin says he's very glad that he was a child when the slaves got sent south of the wall. He had already witnessed bad enough things. So he's just like glad he wasn't like living his whole life with the slavery around him. Feyre thinks about how she like still hasn't really looked to see if she notices any marks of the enslaved humans on essentially Tamlin's plantation. She asks if they were the humans were happy to leave. Tamlin says yes, they had never known freedom or known the seasons as you do. They didn't know what to do in the mortal world, but yes, most of them were very, very happy to leave. I was happy to see them go, even if my father wasn't. It's like, oh, this is why he was like so awkward with me when I first came here, because he has a huge complex about humans and Fae, you know, interpersonal dynamics.
Yeah, which you would.
Yeah, and then she says, you're not your father, Tamlin, or your brothers. You never made me feel like a prisoner. Never made me feel like little more than chattel. It's kind of a little bit of a revisionist history, because she definitely, like, granted, yes, and from the get-go we were saying, like, he's not treating her like a prisoner or anything.
No.
But Feyre definitely felt that way in the beginning.
Yeah, you're right. She was, like, positioning it that way. She's like, so I'm a prisoner. Like, she was
yeah,
saying
100%.
It. She said it.
And it wasn't the craziest thought.
I'm not condemning her for thinking it.
Yeah.
But it's weird to say you didn't think it when you did think
She's
it.
trying to make him feel... Like, I think now she's like, okay, I'm empathizing with, like, the level... I wasn't considering he actually has, like, trauma from... slavery that like we were contending with. So like, no, you didn't make me feel like that, when she's like comparing the two. Yeah, so then she's just like, oh, the shadows in his eyes told me that he has so much more trauma he's not sharing with me, and I wish I could know it. And then she's like, I wouldn't ask him because he's too stressed about the blight. I'm not gonna have him dredge up all his bad memories for me.
Thank you.
She says he'd given her space or respect. She's gonna offer that to him. Still, I couldn't bring myself to paint that day.
You just saw a decapitated head on a fountain.
Right.
It's okay to take a day off from your art.
It is.
Yeah.
And that is the end of chapter 24.
It was a good time.
It was fun. It was fun
to
discuss.
I think we had a lot more to say than I expected even.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The chapter did seem better on revision between us. So this is our current form, and I think we'll always probably look like this.
No, I'm thinking that actually I'm going to put the glamour back.
You're putting your glamour back? I'm not. Fuck that.
Imagine every episode now.
Yep. Bug Frank's here at 2
I don't think you can, because I think that...
Yeah.
Tamlin might have to make a visit next time.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And I think that he's going to be playing some ditties.
He's going to crack out the old fiddle?
I think it's time. It's time.
We're having a party? I do have to say, and you can cut this if you need to, but I have to say, that mask is really cute on you.
So cool. Like
it
such a crazy
bizarrely like fits your face perfectly. Like the eye holes are the right size and the right spot.
I don't know what to say about that.
You have just the right amount of like mouth peeking out. Like I don't know. It's like made for your face. It looks like someone made that for you.
So you're saying that if in fact I had a secret Fae form, this is what it would be.
I think so.
I guess I'm from the Summer Court.
Yeah.
And I would be a servant.
At the very least, yeah.
Okay, well, that was really fun.
Good times.
I appreciate all of you for watching and listening, as always. If you're not already, follow us on TikTok at UTM Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at UTM Pod. We will be back in 2 weeks. Get ready for some fiddle. Bye. Bye.